Video is going.
Wear a mask.
Okay, you know what? Okay, I can live with that one. David has this thing where he always whispers before the show starts. He try and catch it. All right, I can live with the mask one. Okay, you got that one. I'm not going to delete that. Okay.
Oh, you usually delete them?
Nah, I don't. I'm lazy. Community Coalition Show, man. We back.
What's good?
What's up, man? K
What's
Wilson,
good?
82K.
And our guest.
We got a special guest down here somewhere below.
Yep. Down here.
Yeah, down there. It's a face. It's a face, though. You can see the face.
The face.
The face.
Oh, I can't see your face, but all good.
You can't see? Oh, my bad.
Nah, all good. All good.
I'll text you a pic or something.
We're here. We're here.
What the heck?
And it's gonna be that kind of show, y'all. It's gonna be that kind of night. Yendi, what's going on? You know.
Hi.
What's up?
How you doing?
I'm good.
For those who don't know, Yendi, been on the show a couple times, right?
Mm-hmm.
You know,
yeah,
especially in the
literally.
Early. Yeah. So we're gonna
show.
Friend of the show, fam, you know,
homie.
Definitely fam.
I am a homie.
You are a homie, and you are a person that I deeply appreciate. You are you're a close friend. Dare I say, you know, I'm gonna tell you why you here. You my best friend. You know,
aww,
yeah.
Don't try to butter me up.
I'm buttering everybody up. I'm telling you.
Man. Look at that.
Nah, but you know, while you have people in front of you, you got to tell them how you feel. You know, and
especially during this time.
As I'm getting older in life, I'm starting to believe that more and more, because you just don't know what's gonna happen. So,
dang.
I mean, hey, you know, 2020, if it ain't showing us nothing else, man, it's showing this. Right. Life is unpredictable, man.
Oh, the world is ending. We gotta tell people we love them now.
I'll tell you, look, love you. You know,
love you, dog.
Love you, dog. Bro,
right here,
man. But for real, we here, so we're gonna have a little bit of fun. We got, you know, David, you came up with this. You actually hit me with this topic.
Yeah, I did.
I know this was very interesting.
So,
right? Go ahead.
There was a thing on Twitter. There was a trending topic on Twitter that said, I don't remember the exact words, but it was something of the fact of, I was interested until. All right, it's some variation of that. And I said I was interested until I had a conversation with you.
Okay.
Now, the reason I said this, it's really, there's one that very much sticks into my mind, and it's it was so funny because I was like, man, this girl's dope. I should get her number. And then we were talking. This was when I was still in college. There were like benches that people would sit at. They would chat me up. I would chat back. So I was talking to this girl. We were having a good conversation. I asked her major. She asked mine. Like I said, good conversation. And I said, how do you like the school? And she said, it's great, but there are too many Asians.
Okay.
And in my mind, like something just like dropped. And I was just like, okay, so not gonna get your number, probably never gonna talk to you again. I should probably just forget your name now.
Right.
Yeah. That's smart. And you know, it's funny. So.
And I did.
You didn't, right? Yeah.
I did.
Don't double. That's not the double back. No.
Absolutely not.
Because if she said that to you on break, it's only gonna get worse.
It's the first time we were meeting. Like I thought, oh hey, I'm gonna see you around campus. We're gonna be cool, buddy, all that. Maybe go out once. Nah.
Nah. So I think that's an important conversation to have.
Mm-hmm.
Talking about, you know, it has to line up. You know, like you see somebody like, okay, they look good. I think I'm feeling it. Okay, you know, you start to talk, and then all of a sudden it just goes south. You know, I've had some crazy stories. Yendi, I brought you on because I know you had some too. But I just want to have that talk, like,
and essentially what we're talking about is the talking stage,
Right.
because like that's kind of like where it starts. It's like, oh hey, how are you? Where you from? How you doing? Like you start to talk like that, and if you're interested in somebody, like that's kind of what you have to do.
Yeah, in person and even online. You know what I'm saying? Like this is it's like you got to start the conversation somewhere, right?
Right. You got to be great at it.
Yeah,
you got to be
right.
You got to at least know what you're doing, kind of.
Yeah, I think
keep me focused,
exactly.
engaged.
Yeah, I think if people do this correctly, it's like I said, it's part of the package. You know what I'm saying? Like there's a couple things, and I don't know everybody. I know certain things. You know, you look for somebody has to be, you know, appealing to you. That's the first thing you see, right? So I'm like, okay, they look good. Right. Then you start talking because then you got to figure out who are they, the general interest, if we have anything in common, where they from, all this stuff, you know, and you got to start peeling back the layers, you know. So if you can't get to that point, or people, you know, if they can't get you there, or they talking crazy or something, then you know,
right.
So I know we're talking from the male perspective, right?
I got some real ones.
We're terrible, by the way.
And that's what I'm saying. I think so. I was thinking about this. I was like, who's worse, men or women at this?
Men.
You know, I had to think men. I think we're bad at this.
Absolutely.
I think we don't know what to say.
I sometimes know what to say.
But does it come out right?
So, I mean, majority of the time, yes. But okay, you know what? I'll give myself like 60%.
Okay, I think that's fair. I think Yeah, I think a lot of times we you know.
I'll bump that up to, you know what? No, I'll say 75.
Okay, all right, feeling good.
A little bit.
I feel like I'm the type of person when I talk to someone, I just say how I feel. I don't care. But sometimes I say too much.
What's too much?
Well, you know, I always speak my mind. So when I'm talking to a new guy, I'll express how I feel. You know, I'll put it all out there. But then, like, if we're having a deep conversation, like if I meet a guy, I know I've met guys before that we would have we'll have so much in common. Like he'll like anime, and I'm like, yes, I love anime. He's like, oh, I love Korean dramas, and I'm like, all right, yes. And then we're vibing, and all of a sudden the conversation will go left, and he'll be like, I don't even know if I could say this, but the conversation will go left, and he'll go, I like to put things in my butt.
Whoa.
Like,
Whoa.
What?
Whoa.
What are you talking about? And then I'll have to go,
whoa.
Okay, bye.
That's not a first date, like.
See, we gotta put together some guidelines.
You can't say that.
We gotta have a training. Like, this is what you say here. This is what you say this time. Like, that's like we talking. We've been on a date or two. We try, you know.
Not even or two. That's got to be marriage talk.
Well, no, you know what? No, because people move fast these days. So I think, you know, I know I'm about to sidetrack. And again, I'm not trying to say nothing crazy. But I think if you're having that sex talk, if you're already having the sex talk, that might be part of it. And nowadays, you know, people are more open to a lot of things. I ain't trying to judge, you know.
Listen, I'm not trying to be putting stuff in people's booties.
There's you know, I don't think, like, you should know that when you first, like, if you're just learning my name, you should know things like that about me.
Right. Like we literally just started talking.
Yeah. Like
today. Boom.
Right.
And then you're telling me what you like to put in your butt. I don't even know how we got there.
A lot.
We were talking about anime. Right. And we weren't even talking about that. We were just talking about animes. And all of a sudden he's like, you know what else I like? I like to put things in my butt. And I was like, all right, bye.
Yeah. Like,
that's a lot.
You just get left on red. Like, what?
No, that's not left on red. That's blocked.
Right.
Yeah. So I see that. Okay, that one there. I got nothing for that. Yeah.
Mm.
But you know, to be honest with you, I think it's kind of like in the middle as far as who's worse, men or women. Because I have male friends who will tell me some crazy stuff that women will talk about the first time they meet them. Like I
Mm.
know one of my friends met some girl on a dating site, and they were just like texting, and she was like, "So I'm about to get evicted from my apartment,
Oh.
Mm.
and
Oh.
I'm gonna need like at least $800." And I'm like, yo, you just met chick and she asking you for
Oh.
money
Oh.
already? Like, that's wild.
Yeah.
I even went. I like thought of something different. I thought, and I'm gonna need a place to stay.
Well, no.
Like that's where my mind went.
That's where it goes because I have that happens a lot. That happens so much. I've even had that like networking. I remember one time I was at like,
Yeah, I remember you telling me about some.
man, like Slim, like we talking business, and next thing you know, my son is hungry. What? What? Like
No.
Sounds like a personal problem.
that is a personal
Right.
problem. I'm sorry, I feel
You
bad.
better ask their dad or mom.
Yeah, like no, I don't support that. I don't support people's kids. Nope. But that happens a lot. You know, I've had those happen where it's like, and it's to the point now where you can tell that's coming.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's happened so often. I can feel the setup coming now. You know, where it's like, and I've seen it. I remember even back in the day, the strategy's still the same.
Mm-hmm.
Where it's like a couple of days before, you know, on like Tuesday, Wednesday, you see the setup coming.
You already know.
And it'll be a little subtle thing like, oh, kid's birthday this weekend or something like that. It'd be something like that, right?
Right.
So you see the setup coming. Then by like Thursday, then here come, oh, I don't know how I'm gonna make it. I don't know. And then here comes the down part. You know, the thing that's gonna draw you in. I don't know if I'm gonna have enough. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Or a bill is due, and they, oh man, I might be short. I don't know what's gonna happen. And then so that's the setup.
Mm-hmm.
Then by Friday, can I borrow? Can I have? Then here comes the ask. You know, so the dude, you pick up on that real fast. Like, nah. So no, by Wednesday, our conversation is done. Like I'm gone Wednesday because I already know.
Like I know where it's
And
going.
it's not even that for me. Like I'm broke. I'm sorry.
Right.
But that's the thing, and you have to learn how to say no. So I've literally had arguments, like, well, not even arguments, but I've been cussed out. I've been cussed out a lot because I say no. Nah, I ain't got no. I'm sorry, and it may sound cold-hearted, but that's not my problem.
That's not really cold-hearted. Like I just met you.
Yeah,
I don't have to give you money.
I don't know you. I don't know. I don't know even what you're telling me is true. I have no idea, right?
Right.
Like you could be lying most of the time. You probably are, you know. But why? Why is that even okay? But literally, I've been cussed out. So I say, no, I'm sorry. That's not what and I tell them that's not what I do.
Right.
That's not what I do. And then
they could have a man at home for all you know, and she just using you for your money.
It could be all kinds of stuff going on. And so my thing is like, you know, and a lot of times it sounds sad, sounds heartbreaking, and it tugs at you.
Right.
But no, no. Like
I've been to me. I was always like,
no. And I'll have it.
Like I feel bad because I don't have it. And I'm just like,
that's what I say, don't feel bad.
I'm sorry. I don't have it.
I'd be in the middle of shopping, like, nah, I ain't got it. Nah.
Like, nah, dog, I'm broke.
Nah, I'm broke. You be in the middle of the mall with bags, like, nah, I can't even do it. Because I don't know you. That's not right. I've never been a person like that. Like, I feel like that's crossing, that's out of bounds. Also, too, but you know, I'm not gonna sit here in front like I've never done it. I've got caught before, especially when I was younger. I got
Right.
But what I learned real quick is that if you do it once, they're gonna keep asking. It's like that old book. I don't know if you remember. If you give a mouse a cookie, they're gonna come back and ask for a glass of water. They'll come back and do this. And I learned that real quick because I got. I'm not gonna front. I got one time. I did real good, real good. I paid a month's rent one time. I did. I'm not gonna front. I'm not gonna sit here and act like I got before. Yeah, I got a month.
Rent ain't cheap.
I mean, it wasn't that bad. She was in the hood. But
Oh damn.
let's just say,
500 here.
let's just say,
Listen, the rent in the hood going up though.
it has, but this was back in the day. So I'm not gonna lie, I got hit for $750. I got hit for $750. I don't know what it was. Felt bad. I had already hit. So I was like, got. After that, learn real fast. But you're not gonna get me again, you know?
Right.
So it happens. Like I said, I'm not gonna sit here like I'm high and mighty, but I learned. You learn from that, you know. And not just to ask for money, but just like divulging, like you said, divulging too much info.
Right.
You know, that gets outrageous too.
Especially dating.
Yeah. Like I've had people like tell me their whole life story. Like off rip. I don't even know you. I don't know. Wait, what? Your daddy did what? No, I don't need to know that.
I've never gotten anything like that.
No, I'm telling you, I got the crazy stuff. People generally tell me their life story for some reason.
I know I do all the time. I'll tell you my life story. I don't care.
That's because we're friends. I'm talking about people I've never like met before. I'll sit there. Like I got hit at the grocery store the other day. This lady just starts talking to me. I'm like, lady, it's COVID. Back up.
Probably because you look approachable. They're like, oh, I can tell him my life.
but like, what else do I have to do? When I'm in the grocery, I got the hoodie on. Like, I know I can have RBF. Like, but people for whatever reason still like there's nothing, no matter what. Like I'm a large black man. Like really?
Like still really? Approachable.
Still approachable.
You don't really look intimidating. Oh yeah.
All right, I'm gonna have to like harden up then. What I gotta do to harden up?
Oh boy.
Neck tattoo.
What face? Put one on your face.
Oh my goodness. What am I gonna get? I don't know. I'm gonna get a teddy bear.
Oh, get the Gucci man. Get the ice cream.
No, I can't get.
Put a slit in your eyebrow.
I have one. I have a natural one.
Oh, it ain't hard enough.
I'm gonna be in the mirror tonight with my own razor, like trying to line this joint up.
Or cut one of your eyebrows off.
That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna mess around. I'm not gonna have an eyebrow. Like, what am I gonna do that to do? You know me. You know I got shaky hands. Can't even shave my own head. Next thing I know, I'm having no eyebrow.
Oh my gosh. I have a crisis face. I always go back to that moment when you shaved your head. But we're not even gonna talk about that.
Can't talk about this. I can't see it. It's still yeah.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
What?
Let's just say I was shaving. I think somebody called my name. I turned my head, and next thing you know, it was a crime scene. Like
cut into his brain.
My brain.
Oh wow.
I was leaking. Like that was like 4 years ago, something like that.
Oh snap.
Yeah.
Adult life.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's ridiculous. But going back to that though, like why? Like that's what I understand. I guess I know. Is it too harsh to say that mental health is real?
No.
Like in this situation, like I don't know. I don't know what it is about people, but some of those things can be like, I don't know about y'all. They're just like hard turn offs for me. Like to the point where it pisses me off, really. You know? Or I was thinking about like, or sometimes people do stuff. Like, Yendi, do dudes be whipping it out for you just like bam?
Yes.
So you start talking to your dick pic?
Yes. They'll see your dick pic. They'll say, so when are you gonna have my kids?
Wow.
I'm like, what? We just met today. I'm not having your kids. What are you talking about?
Yo.
Background check.
So but to me, I'm sorry, the dick pics are definitely a turn off if I don't know you. And then like we have a group chat and I don't care what nobody says, but we have a group chat and I definitely put it into the group chat like, listen, girl, boom.
So y'all be clowning dudes.
Yeah.
You know,
people probably will judge for that because I know a dude was like, you a clown for that. But you know what? Don't send your dick in the mail.
Like, why would you send that?
That's what I'm saying. Right. You set yourself up because dudes be lying like they don't. We have group chats too.
Listen, can I just share this story though about a guy that I haven't spoken to in like years, and he said,
Yep.
He sent a
Evolve.
dick pic. I haven't heard from this dude in years. And I like a couple of years ago, I was using my mom's phone number for temporarily, and then she got her phone line back. So this dude that I haven't spoken to in years randomly sends a dick pic to my mom's phone.
Yeah.
And she's like, "What is this?"
Yo, that is crazy.
I was like, how do you just send a random dick pic to somebody you haven't spoken to in years? Like, who does that?
That's ballsy. Like, that's like
Literally.
I mean, be funny, but that's like
literally.
You hard, man. Like,
right.
Like you don't know the situation. You don't know if the number's still there. You don't know who's gonna see it. Like, yeah, a lot can change in a year. What if you was like popped up married and no
My husband
idea.
gonna go up top.
No, it's not even.
Who this dude sending you a dick pic?
Yeah.
No, it's not even that. What if you changed the number?
That's what I'm saying.
Like, what if you totally like got rid of the number and it went to like some
little kid?
I don't even know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. With the mom. Yeah, imagine some little kid like, "Mommy, what's this?" Like, oh God, that's crazy.
Right. Like, that's not embarrassing. My mom was like, "What?"
Like, yo, real question. Again, I know this is gonna sound. Have you ever seen a dick pic that you like?
No, because it's always the little ones who want to send them. The little peanuts. Little shrimpies.
Not gonna touch that.
I'm always curious because I've had this conversation with some other female friends and like, and they it's like it happens all the time. I didn't realize it happens so much because dudes, if they do it, they don't tell each other that they did it. Like, "Hey, dog, I just said her this one, man. This is gonna be the one." They don't say that, right? So, but I hear from them, like my female friends, they be like, "Oh, another one." Oh, they be rolling their eyes upset. I'm like, so has it ever worked? That's what I want to know. Has that move ever worked? I need to know, y'all.
If it's somebody you really into,
okay,
send you on, you be like, yes. But
if there ain't no random, you pull out, like the random sauce you just pull out, you be like,
right,
right.
That's a random
That'll never happen.
Like, nah, let the Dodge Charger speak on it.
Wow.
Let the Dodge Charger speak on it, and they will say that they get big sausages sent to their phones.
Yo, I'm sorry. Y'all know what we talking about. That's an inside joke, but that is
they get big sausages sent to that phone.
And they be going for it?
Yeah, but you know what? Like I said, they be sending them into the group chat like, "Look at this sausage today."
Well, okay, so I guess it works for some. Okay.
See, here's the thing. You can I've had friends to where they have like I've had female friends to like I know that they have a group chat and I know that like that goes on and I'm like I would never want that to happen to me.
Yeah, I think it's
I just don't want the next time like we're hanging out with your friends and they're all like, "Oh hey."
Yeah. I think
sorry, but I'm not if it's somebody that I've been talking to for a while or we're together and he sends one, I'm not gonna send it to the group chat. That's mine.
Yeah.
What if you break up?
I still wouldn't do that. I'm not dirty like that. I wouldn't do that.
Okay.
I think it's safe to assume at this point that everybody's got a group chat.
Right.
That's how I would move. I would move like everybody's got a group chat. Somebody else is going to see this. Like also too, like outside of just like other types of risk in your life, you'll never know when that thing gonna pop back up. Like,
right.
You'll never know what's gonna happen in life. Next thing
yes, Kenneth Wilson, running for mayor. What happened? Oh, there is a scandal. This man sent news to this woman, allegedly, and now it is here. Is this
first of all,
you want to be mayor?
First of all,
is this your penis?
You gotta identify my joint because ain't gonna be no connection. I'm telling you right now. Like, how you know it's mine? Ain't no face on it. How you know? Like,
I used to send like when dudes used to ask me for body parts, I used to go on a little porn site and take clips and send it to them, and they'd be like, "Yeah, that's what I'm talking about." dang, how we get like that? Well,
See,
and
that's
they're so stupid because it's like if I send you a selfie and you see my nails, and chick got some, she don't have no nails or her nails are all crazy, and they'll be like, "Oh, you changed your nails today?" Like, oh, such an idiot.
Skin tone be off. They're a tattoo.
Right.
it'd be a white person hand.
Man.
Oh, but you know what, people it's
People are
around
dumb.
here, man. It's funny. Like,
It is funny.
it is
but
hilarious.
Also, people are dumb.
Yeah.
That
Have
is
you ever been
true.
talking to somebody and be like, damn, they dumb as hell?
I was just about to say that. I was just about to ask that question. Like, you ever talk to somebody who's
Man.
dumb?
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that happens. That happens
I
every day. This outside of like opposite sex. But I talk to dumbass people every day.
right.
Like, this dude. Like,
I don't.
sometimes, you know,
No, I don't think. Honestly, I don't think that I have because like conversation is such a big thing for me that like if I already know that like you can't hold a conversation with me, then I'm not going. I'm not going to engage.
okay. Okay.
Well,
So I tell you one that happened to me. This was like early 20s. You know, this is like AOL chat room days, right? Talking, rapping, doing my thing.
Yo,
You know, she like, where you
what was
from?
your screen name? What was your screen name?
I'm not gonna tell you that. I'm not gonna tell you
I'm
that.
gonna tell you mine. Mine was Remy Red 1234.
Wow. Nah, I'm not gonna tell you mine because mine is yeah. But
What was your? Now I want to know. What was it?
what
Yeah, I
was
kind
it?
of want to know. I kind of want to
Big
know.
Willie?
No, it was sexual chocolate 6'5".
Oh God.
It was
What was yours, David?
Mine was just David Kassar. Like
he's been
Oh
full
wow,
government.
I was boring. I'm sorry.
Full government on him. Nah, I couldn't tell him the
Yeah.
government. No, I was on some wild stuff. But now I'm talking to this chick. She like, where you from? And I'm like, because when you from Maryland, people don't know Maryland. So I used to normally tell them,
Bro,
like,
before I moved here, I didn't know Maryland.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So like, I don't tell them Maryland. So I'm like, everybody know DC, right?
Mm-hmm.
She like, where you from? Like DC. She was like, where is that?
Oh boy.
The chat has ended. That's when you just leave the room. Like, leave the room. No, like, where is that? Like, come on, fam. Come on.
That's one reason I feel like the American the American school system has definitely failed us.
Nah, you take subjects on that. Nah, man.
Bro, today I saw someone say that North America wasn't a continent.
That's this kid. That's the people not paying attention, man. That was
I
for
retweeted that and I said, bro, I have some news for you.
like,
how can you
I used to do like where he used to go on vacation and he would tell me and I was like, you ever been out of the country? And he was like, yeah, I've been to Hawaii. Oh boy. Oh boy.
That's when you be like, I'm gonna call you back.
and never call him back.
Never call back. Never call
right.
back. I've done that.
Like, oh boy.
And one time I was talking to this girl for like a solid month, right?
Mm-hmm.
I hadn't even been over the crib. I left one of my phones over there one time. So like left my phone over there. Mistake. But this is good. I made a lot of mistakes. But whatever. So next day we on the phone rapping, and I don't remember exactly what she said.
Mm-hmm.
But she said something so ridiculous. Let me not use that word.
Mm.
But I hit that. I was like, you know what? Let me call you back. And I remember I hung up the phone, and I was done. Left my phone. I didn't even go back to the phone.
You're running. I gotta go.
She kept the phone. I was like, keep the phone. I don't even care. I'm done.
Like, good night.
She kept the next tail. I was like, I don't even care. Like, sometimes stuff is just so bad. It's like, I gotta get up out of here. I gotta go. You know,
another thing that dudes still, I'm gonna talk about this one guy that I used to talk to, and we used to call him Codename Jay. But like he's so like bougie, and whenever I would be on the phone with him, he would always talk about his portfolio and how his portfolio is looking with his stocks right now, and he's always like, talking about how much money he has, and he's so corny and annoying. Yesterday, he told me, not yesterday, it was the day before yesterday. He was like, I forgot you live in the ghetto. And I was just like, really, dude? Really? And he's black. First of all, what black person really calls it the ghetto? We say the hood.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's just like, that's when a guy has to sit on the phone and brag about all the things that he has, what he really doesn't have. It's just not impressive to me. Like, I'm not impressed. I got my own money. I don't need your money.
Yeah, so the thing. Oh, I never thought that worked. Plus, too, when you grow up, you're taught. You don't tell nobody how much money you have.
Right.
Like, no, because then you're gonna start asking for it.
Right.
No, I wasn't even going there. I was like, I'm broke. Sorry.
That's what I'm saying. Like, no, you never. That's how you know dudes be front. Like, they gotta start talking about all that stuff. Like, no, you stretching, dog. You already reaching. It ain't working. Like,
right. Because next time you go on a date, you go on an expensive date, then you're gonna have to pay. And
that's what I never understood too. Eventually, like, where did you think was going? Where do you think this was going to happen? Like, eventually, you going to ante up at some point because you can't be rapping like this and then you can't take her to Red Robin. That ain't gonna work, fam. Like, that's not gonna line up. You can't be talking about all your bread and then thinking you gonna lowball when y'all kick it. No.
Right. And Red Robin is expensive, first of all.
That's
nice, I don't even like Red Robin.
Trust me, you get to learn. You get to like it. But
it's a sleeper.
But my thing is, but what I'm saying is, you can't talk about the things like you upper echelon, and that's how you move, and that's supposed to be your daily operation. But then when you get around somebody, you down here with it. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing wrong with down here, but you was talking greasy up here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so that doesn't add up.
Baby, I gotta call you back. Ray J is calling me. He wants another beat.
Yeah.
I will never do that.
Like,
but if Ray J wants to reach out, I'm here for you.
but that's what I'm saying. Like, all that fronting and stuff like that, I never understood. I have homeboys like that too, who like, they be like, yo, let me borrow the car for the night. Like, what?
What's gonna happen on the next date? What happened to your car?
And then that's when you get the
but the thing is, and I'm not saying all females, because a lot of us, we don't need that, but there are some out there who are so impressed by that by the first date he already hit it. So it don't even matter.
Yeah, that is true. There are a lot of them. Those are red flags too. That's another conversation. You see to meet somebody, they start at, well, what do you do? And well, how much is that paid? What does that look like? Oh, okay. Well, okay. Then they always say, well, you doing your thing. You balling, huh? That's nope. I gotta get out of here. Nope. I already know.
Andy, if I approached you and said, hey, how you doing? And you, like, if we started having a conversation, it was going well, and then I told you, and you asked me, like, what do I do? I say, oh, I'm a digital content creator.
Yeah.
Does that tell you I make money?
But for people who don't know, and people who don't live in those circles, it may. And I've learned that too. It might, because not everybody knows that.
I wouldn't even care about the money part. I'd be like, oh, tell me more about the job because it sounds interesting. Again, I don't really care about the money.
Yeah, but that's
like I've never been the type of person that asks to do, how much do you make? Like, I don't care. Because again, I have my own money. I mean, if you want to give me some money, that's fine. I'll take it. But
that's because you're a different breed. But now they out there. They out there. And you can tell because the whole conversation starts steering towards money. Everything is about money, or they start talking about the stuff they like. Like, that's another reflect. Hey,
I like Louis Vuitton.
What do you do? I like shopping. I like going on vacations. I like taking trips, and I like hanging up the phone. Bye. Like, but they're out there, and then there's dudes that I guess they banking on that. So this is a game. It's all the cat.
I'll call you back after 7.
Oh gosh. Wait, but I did meet this one guy once who he told me that all he liked to do was shop Louis everything. So he like sent me a picture. Now I love to go on the Louis Vuitton website and dream that I could just go buy me like a $5,000 bag.
Mm-hmm.
But he sent me this picture with he got Louis everywhere.
Mm.
And so I ran that through Google. All of that stuff was fake. It was just all fake.
That's another thing too. Yeah. Canal Street, stop playing.
Right. It's just all fake. Did you ever meet that one person? Because I know we talked about the negative side, but did you ever meet a person like that you could really vibe with? And the conversations is just hours and hours and hours.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Um. Yeah. Unfortunately, it's far and few in between. But you know what? Like even though it might not be like the like romantic, interest and things like that. I think there's good friends, good people.
Mm-hmm.
And I think sometimes you end up vibing, and that's when you learn common interests. They, they get the jokes and things like that. Like
like that's my bread and butter.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Nah, I think that's a real thing. I don't think that's talked about enough too.
Mm-hmm.
Because you look at how friendships are even viewed now. Like,
Right.
If we look at like the structure of like relationships and all that stuff, friendships are just as bad.
You got to reach her, you got to settle her, or
Yeah.
people. That's how people like to frame it.
Yeah, if you look at like friendships, a lot of friendships, people are like, why are y'all friends? How are y'all friends?
Okay, that's what I'm saying. I tried to figure out how I'm friends with half.
I was about to, you know what? I'm gonna shut up. But yeah, like some people, like you ever asked it, like, why are we friends? And you can't give yourself an answer
because we went to school together and
right.
And I can't shake you. Like,
no, that is actually a huge conversation that people need to have.
Yeah.
Just because I went to school with you doesn't mean that I rock with you.
Look
that
at
was the hardest truth I had after high school.
Yo,
I actually had a friend who did have a conversation like that because she's a therapist, and that was like her whole topic of her show because it was they used to do a watch party when you watch Insecure, and so they were talking about Molly. I don't know if y'all watch Insecure, but Molly and Issa, they've been friends forever. Yeah, and they were friends forever on the show. And then, oh gosh, well, they're on the show like they just stopped being friends. So it was like a whole conversation on like just because we rocked with each other in high school doesn't mean that we're friends now.
That's a good point because people grow, evolve, and sometimes people don't grow together.
Mm-hmm.
They don't grow in. It's just not parallel. Like, I got some homies, I love them, but like we just kind of grew apart for certain things.
Right.
Like you only rock with some people.
Like you only rock with some people because you saw them every day.
Yeah.
Right.
Or we
didn't know anything else.
Or the group, the whole circle ran.
Mm-hmm.
Or sometimes like things happen in life, you grow, and sometimes it becomes different.
Right.
Some people grow up, some people don't grow up.
Yeah. That's a big thing.
Yeah.
I had a friend like that. Like we would never like we've been friends since we were in high school, and so like we went in different directions. Like she was a whore. I'm not gonna lie. She had a lot of kids. I was going in another direction, but then she like just started trashing my decisions that I made. Like, oh, that's BS. Going to college is stupid, and blah 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 blah. Now she's a conspiracy theorist, and she like the conversations when you talk to her, you just like, yo, why are we friends?
Yeah.
I just cut her off. I'm like, I can't do this anymore. My energy is not there for you. I'm done.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and that's hard to do because sometimes like you still like care for that person. You know what I'm saying? To love them, or sometimes friendships become routine.
Mm-hmm.
You're just used to talking to that same person every day.
Right.
And even though you may be annoyed,
it's a relationship.
Yeah, it's a relationship. Even though you're annoyed, there still may be a void there when that person's not there.
Right.
So it's hard to shake some people. It is. Like some people just gotta go.
Mm-hmm.
Like you said, oh, the conspiracy theorists. Those are gotta love conspiracy theorists. or that person that just like everything they do is just everything you don't do or don't believe in. Like the vegans, me and the vegans. Those are like I love
I'm
it.
coming for the vegans.
I love you. I have friends that are vegans, but I'm like, sometimes it's cool for you to do your thing. You don't have to push how you feel on everybody, and not just. I think that's
right there.
everybody in general. You know,
like I'm gonna have a burger. I'm cool with you having that salad. I'm gonna be over here.
Cool. But like, why are you offended that I don't think the same way you think, or I don't?
So you're just gonna eat a cow?
Yeah. You know how fattening that is? How many calories that is? I know exactly how many. Excuse me, I'm about to bite. Like,
do you know how many cows died to make that burger?
That cow had a mother.
Bunch of them. You know how many heads of lettuce were cut? Make that salad. Do you know?
And plants, they do feel. They definitely feel. Because I be talking to Vera in there all the time, and she be listening to me.
No, I got Plenty upstairs. That's my man. You know, like somebody cut Plenty and made a salad, I'll be hurt. We gonna fight. I'm gonna be hurt.
That's why I won't use Vera for my hair. I'm like, I can't do it.
You can't do it. Can't do it.
I can't. I love her.
Gotta talk to the homie Fern.
Yeah. I'm like, how many of your folks did you have to murder to eat that salad? How many? Tell me. Or how many man hours were out in the field picking them tomatoes for you to eat?
Right.
You know what? So let me stop because
luckily none of my vegan friends are like that. They're all cool.
Sometimes vegan friends, you know, I'm calling people out. I love y'all, but at this point, whatever. Who else? Oh, who else? Who else is big? Like
we don't have beef.
We don't have beef. Oh, now the political friends.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
that's horrible now. That is ridiculous.
That's Agent J.
Oh goodness.
And he's a heavy Trump supporter, so it's just like.
No, we don't say that guy's name on here.
Oh, sorry, the orange Cheeto. My bad.
We say the president. We say that guy in the White House.
I don't even know.
That Cheeto. He is
the
orange Cheeto supporter.
But yeah, so people like they go into the depths with that. Like that's getting outrageous too.
Right. But honestly, let me say, like, while that does happen, I've met a few people that do support him that aren't crazy.
Yeah, I'm not gonna front. Yeah,
and they're able to have a conversation with you, and they're able to express their views. You're able to express your views, and you could still be cool with each other.
And that's okay. That's what I'm saying. That's a conversation. Mm-hmm. Because we're human. We are going to disagree about some things.
Right.
You know, I think that's a part of life. We're all not. I don't think we were meant to agree about everything. Right.
Right.
And so sometimes, you know, people, they have their feelings. Cool. As long as you're not projecting it or you don't get upset with somebody about how they feel. You know, sometimes, okay, we disagree. Cool. I have a homie like that on Facebook, and he posts, he says how he says and stuff like that.
Right.
I just choose not to engage with it. I have other friends who, what are you doing? How could you think like that? And like, okay.
Power in. Keep on scrolling. Just keep on scrolling.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay, that's how you do that.
Just scrolling past.
Or those are the COVID conspirators. COVID's not real.
Oh no, that Rona is real.
She's very real.
Yeah. When you say something, you know, like I posted something a while back about, you know, like something about this, like, you know, I've been posting a lot about just quarantining and things like that, you know. And I asked somebody, send me a DM. Like when you know it's not real, you can go up like Slim, calm down.
Not doing that.
I'm not. I didn't even respond. I just read it like, all right, I'm not gonna respond because if I respond,
those people just like I have someone in my family. I'm not gonna call her out, but she is like that. Like she's like, oh, Corona's not real. First of all, you in the store with a mask on, so obviously you think it's real. But second, I'm just like, you never done anything on your, like, she never does her own research. She listens to what her baby father says. She takes that information and she was like come back at you with information that he gave her. But did you do your own research?
Yeah, never did.
Like, you can't come at me if you've never done your own research. Like, she's against vaccines. But have you ever done your own research to find out why you're against vaccinating your children? No,
Oh,
you
it's
just
not even
listen to
that.
what your baby
It's
father
that,
says.
hey, didn't you do vaccines when you were a child?
Everybody,
When
yeah.
you were
You couldn't go to school unless you had one.
The reason that you are alive right now, most likely, is because you had a vaccine.
Yeah. Did you want to get one of them Oregon Trail illnesses? Go ahead and get scabies or
you want to get measles?
Yo, that used to be the
or rheumatic fever or something. Go ahead and catch one of them. Like, it's 2020. Those ones are the ones we shouldn't have to worry about right now. But if you want to go ahead and jump out there,
hey, it's 2020, man. Anything can happen.
True.
Exactly.
Pop up. Yeah, you never know. I tell you one thing was crazy though. Talking about like people who like not doing their own research.
Mm-hmm.
I need to put like a number to this because I haven't like quantified it yet. Right. But I spend, especially with new clients, people pay me a good amount of money to Google for them. Like, I get paid to Google for people.
But they can do it themselves.
It's like research, but people they literally send me a request. Hey, I'm looking for this. I'm like, and my first response is, did you Google it? But that's what I'm about to do, and I'm about to send you this invoice.
Right.
Like, but literally, there's so many people out there that don't Google. And I'm talking about these are like, I question how did you get to this point in your life, in your profession, in your career,
and you've never
about being able to do these little things. Like I've Googled some dumb stuff.
I have
Googled some dumb stuff for people.
I Google everything.
But I mean, I Google it, but like for other people though, and then I got like put this and compile this and send it to you.
Right.
Like, yeah. If I shouldn't have had to Google like,
No, hold on. I've had to I Google there like when I was in school, there were so many times where I was like, that word doesn't look right. Hold on. And then I Googled the word. Like I used to have the biggest I used to have the hardest time spelling the word decide because I didn't even because I was like, wait, hold on, I've never actually written out this word.
Yeah.
And then I was like, and then my teacher was like, oh, you spelled this wrong, by the way. And I was like, what? So you gotta Google stuff.
That's fine, right? But like, don't call me again. We're in 2020, right?
I know you're about to say
everyone has cell phones, right? So why would you call me and ask me for directions to somewhere?
I feel like that's a huge thing with Black people. Hey, yo, so you take a corner at that light, and then you run at that place, and then I'm horrible with directions.
I had a dude.
I don't know street names.
I had a dude run up, and I was in the gas station, right? I was like when I was getting like food at the little gas station, little 7-Eleven joint. Dude walks in, he's on his iPhone. Asked the dude at the counter, "Hey dog, where the spot?" And like he asked him for a place. iPhone's in his hand.
Smartphones make people stupid.
So I'm looking at him like, yeah, fam, like, could have saved yourself a whole lot of trouble if you learn how to work your damn phone.
Right.
Like, come on. But this is the stuff people do. Like, yeah, if you ask me for direction somewhere, that conversation will be real short. Especially if I see your phone, if you have a new updated phone, if your phone from the last 2 or 3 years, come on.
You have Google Maps. You have Apple Maps.
Yeah. Yeah, come on, fam. That's I can tell you too from a business standpoint, and I think I've said this on the show before. One of the first things I do is when I meet my initial consultation, people call me or they hit me up and they ask me about services. So the one way I filter people out is I tell them, email me. Because you'd be surprised how many people still don't know how to work email. And so my thing is, if you're asking me for services, most of the time, especially if you're trying to start a business, so you're calling me to help start a business, and you don't know how to operate email, it's not going to work.
Email is like 90% of like how you network with people.
Very few professions that don't use email, and most of them probably aren't legal. Yeah, so that's how we people out. Okay, send me an email. Let me know what you want. We can work out the time, and I never hear back. Or they'll call me back like, "Hey, I didn't get an email." Well, I tried, but I couldn't even. Nah. If you can't do that, that's one of my requirements. It is.
I honestly thought what you were going to say was, I Google them, like off the.
I Google people all the time.
Yeah. That was one of our employment things when I used to hire people. We look you up, like not just your little resume. Yeah, everybody can lie about a resume. No, I'm checking out your social media. I'm seeing what's really good.
Oh man.
Because you'd be surprised how many people they come in. Everybody can look the part in the interview.
Right.
Everybody look the part on paper. They look great. Everything looks good. But then I go back to that Instagram, and you got you twerking on that joint with the OnlyFans link. Like, okay.
Yo, don't knock that person because they an accountant. That's their OnlyFans.
I'm not knocking it. But if you represent what I'm trying to do, there may be some things I might have to ask about.
Listen, if they have an OnlyFans, you should be impressed. That's being an entrepreneur.
If you have an OnlyFans, why are you trying to work for me?
Because they need something during the day. The OnlyFans is at night.
You can record during the day.
That's true. You could record during the day.
Strategic plan that OnlyFans. Let me stop. But also I'm not even saying that we did. Like a lot of times we wasn't judging, but sometimes we just have to know who people are. Just like relationships. What do? You meet somebody, next thing you know, you searching for them. You got to try to figure it out because everybody can front at first.
Right.
Everybody can front at first.
I usually do my research on a dude when I meet dudes,
I was about to ask.
I actually have a guy that I'm talking to now, and he researched me. I was like, whoa.
Oh, he pulled you up.
Dudes don't care for real. He was like, oh, I went through your Facebook and everything. I know what you about. Like, wow, I'm impressed.
Yeah, because normally dudes do it. We just don't say nothing. We just try to make sure they don't have dudes around.
Right.
No, y'all don't know what y'all doing though. But y'all really don't know what you're doing.
You don't do it. Honestly, I don't do it. I've done it maybe a few times.
So trusting.
But
I'll do it for you.
Yeah, hold my man down. Hold him down.
I'm really good at it. Like I can find out if they got kids, where they registered for their baby shower at, where they live, what's their daddy's name, what's their mom's name, if they're married, where their wife work, where their husband work. I got you. I'm good at what I do do.
What are you, a Fed?
No, but you know
database? I know.
I have free time on my hands. I need a hobby.
Hey, I mean, it's the information is there apparently.
Yeah, it happens.
It's there, yeah. So, but I think that's another thing. I don't know. Are guys just more trusting, or do we just not care about those things?
Maybe I don't care.
And sometimes I feel like,
we don't.
I think it depends on motives, intentions.
It depends on what's your goal. Like, are you just trying to hit, or are you trying to get something out of this, like a relationship, or you just trying to beat? If you just trying to beat, why do all that?
I do all that, yeah. Yeah.
Like, Kenny, when's the last time you Googled yourself to like see what's out there?
I had to I do like a self audit every year anyway. So I kind of do it like once a year at least, like just to double check, more so for like negative reviews and things like that. Like you just I do if it's not me, then I'll do the company stuff too, or I do like quick checks and stuff like that. That's why I came across something a couple of weeks ago.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you were talking about that.
Somebody made a comment under I forget which one of those rarely checked ones, and it wasn't about me, but it was about something that happened.
Okay.
And so it was like, yo, so I was like, oh wait, I just need to be aware of this stuff, you know, because you just don't want those things out there. But I think it's important that you should.
Right. Yendi, when was the last time you Googled yourself?
I Google myself all the time because I can't have nothing wild popping up about me. You know, I'm a troop leader. I gotta make sure my record's squeaky clean.
Right. Yeah, you gotta be a role model.
Don't need no parents. Right. Don't need them parents like, excuse me, but what is this?
See, so you gotta hide your OnlyFans, see?
I need to get me an OnlyFans. Girls be on there making that money.
I tell you, I'm about to get me an OnlyFans. Y'all keep playing. Yeah,
hey, chill.
Podcast with no clothes on. Keep playing with me.
You can do
one
that.
Girl said she makes $50,000 a month on her OnlyFans. I'm like, what are you doing? Blowing bubbles out of that thing?
Man, must be, and that's the thing too. Hey, you can't knock the hustle. Like, I can't knock people's hustle at this point, you know?
Yeah, that's true.
Especially if you're getting that kind of bread. Come on, man. Like, that's the money that a lot of people dream of, right?
Right.
So.
But you know what stops them? Morals.
Yeah. But that's what happens when you lower the moral bar.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if it used to be here, if it's here now and everybody's popping, it's fair game. You know,
COVID made it hard, so some of them gotta pop that thing on OnlyFans with some money.
Yeah, but my thing is, like, a lot of people who are doing, I mean, the ones who were doing it before COVID, they just made that transition. That was nothing. Right. That was just another avenue.
What transition?
From doing it in public places to now doing it online.
Oh, that okay.
You know what I'm saying? Like, like I said, they was already doing it before. You know. That was
even prostitutes, they were not essential, so they had to go online. They don't want COVID.
The prostitutes, the strippers, the sex workers, yeah. Even for a lot of time, the sex workers, they, everybody was scared. So people got to find ways to make that bread.
Even stripping is becoming big. This girl on TikTok, she was talking about how much she makes as a stripper. She brings home $1,500 a night. You know what? I've been watching a lot of that P-Valley.
Yeah.
Right on that pole.
So if y'all don't know, in a previous life years ago, when I was in college, one of my first jobs, I was a bouncer at a strip club, right? Because I learned real quick. I was a big dude. Now, I started at a club, regular club, and had one of the dudes pull me aside. And he was like, "Fam, you gonna make more money over here." So he took me to the joint, got me in. And because, I was quiet, they don't bother nobody, they liked me. So I worked there, and I learned so much about that industry.
Mm-hmm.
But when I tell you, like, when they counting up at the night, especially the good ones, because there's different tiers, just like every other profession.
Right.
But yeah, I mean, we had a girl, her stage name was Portia. And it was Portia because she drove a Porsche. Like bad red joint. Like, that girl was bringing home $2,000 a night easy.
Why the car chicks always bring home the most money?
Yep. And she had a day job. She worked at the bank.
Oh,
okay, Portia.
I think you told me about that.
Yep. And if you saw her in a day job, you would never, ever know.
Mm-hmm.
You would never know who she was, what she did at night.
Right.
She had the whole almost like she was almost like a librarian during the day. But at night, Portia had it popping. So I say all that to say, it's hard for me. It's always been hard for me since that to judge somebody's occupation, especially if it's legal.
Right.
That's legal. You can do that.
Mm-hmm.
So again, there's people out here doing all kinds of stuff to make their money.
Doing a lot of stuff a lot worse.
Yeah. And I look at it like this too. And sometimes it may not be right, but I'm gonna say this, as an athlete, right? I used to use my body to get by.
Right.
I use skills, football. I use a lot of that to get school paid for. You know,
Right.
so if I'm using my body and my skills in that way, other people using their bodies in other ways.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying? And if it was legal and they can make that kind of money, they're gonna do it.
Right.
So again, I know morality and all that stuff. And then I always go back to people who always do all that. They talk all that moral stuff, but they turn their nose up. Like a lot of y'all, what y'all doing behind closed doors too?
Then they hear what what the check is.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's how OnlyFans got by. You got people like, oh, they're making what? Then they got one. Then they got one. You know what I'm saying? Like, so it's like it's easy to talk that trash when you're on the other side of the fence. You have no idea what's going on or what it's like. You know, like I said, I have friends who's still in that industry because we work together, and
Right.
It's not easy. First of all, I'm gonna tell y'all, if you ever seen strippers on a pole,
That's
that's not
a skill.
Yeah,
it is not.
Core
strength. You might as well be a pro athlete.
Facts. So that's a lot of upper body strength, leg strength. You need all the strength.
Yeah, that's not a game. I challenge anybody. Anybody think they can do it, go try.
I couldn't even make it.
Yeah. Go up there. You will hurt yourself.
I did. I went with my friend to the class and I couldn't even make it. I was just like, nope, not for me.
Yeah.
Can I do some floor work? I could do some lap dances though. I could do that.
But I've seen some girls, I remember practice a couple nights like before the joint opened, like hurt themselves. Fall on their heads, bust their shoulder, legs. Like, it's not a game.
Right.
You know?
Videos on Twitter where like chick is on the pole. She does that thing where she drops from like the ceiling and she has to stop herself.
Yeah. I've seen them fall in real life.
Oh.
Like practicing, fall, they upside down, they slip and lose grip, whatever, fall on their heads. Yeah. A couple times, like we had, like remember one time we had to call the ambulance. Like
you ever watched that show on Stars, P-Valley?
I haven't seen it yet. Nah. I know everyone's talking about it.
They got this one routine called the Trinity, and then you're like, the one girl is on top of the other girl on the pole, and then the other girl slides down and she's standing on top of them and twerking. And I was just like, that's skill right there. Yeah. That right there is skill.
Yeah. I'm telling you, it's not easy. There's a lot to it. It's a lot of practice. The ones, especially the good ones,
right?
The ones who are really good. It's a lot of practice. They work out. Like they're really conditioned athletes for real. You know, so. Before you judge it, you might want to take a look at what's really going on. You might give it some respect, you know.
Right.
Plus, also too, just like the other stuff, it's hard. Again, you got people skills. You got to be able to talk to people. You got to be able to sell. Like it's you know, I used to talk to the girls. They used to tell me like, okay, he comes in. Who gonna talk to him? You got to talk to him. You got to listen to him. You got to build a rapport. You got to make that man feel like he's welcomed and wanted. Like. That's not easy. It's not. Everybody thinks you just walk up and bam, it happens. No, it does not happen like that.
But you also don't want to waste your time with a man who ain't got no money. So you gotta make sure you know who got the money, who doesn't.
That's why you gotta. But that's why the good ones, they know how to figure it out. In talking to them in conversation, I'm telling you, there's some sharks out there, and they know how to work it. They figure it out. So they come over. I used to tell one would go over there. She would talk to the guy. She would come back to the group. Nah, he broke, girls. Don't leave him alone. Or they would know. Or they knew that one dude come in, and they would be over there doing rock, paper, scissors to see who was going to talk to him. Like, it's a lot. I tell y'all. So all that stuff. I know we so sidetracked. Whatever. I don't care. But I think this is good. I think these are real conversations that need to be had. You know, and even you know what? And I'm gonna dare say, even talking about like the OnlyFans.
Right.
Not everybody can get in front of a camera and do stuff. There are people
there's a girl.
Yeah.
Oh no, go ahead.
No, I was gonna say there's people that can't even get in front of the camera and talk.
There are people that can't get in front of other people.
People and talk. Yeah.
There's a girl on TikTok who teaches you how to run a successful OnlyFans account. Like she goes over the setting up the video, selecting your background,
Yeah.
picking your content, blowing bubbles out of that thing.
That's the advanced. That's gotta be the advanced class. Yeah, but even all the technical stuff, like now you got to be a photographer. You got to be a videographer. You got to have that ring light. You got to get the lighting right. Like you got to get the angles right. You know, like so people think you just whatever. Nah, man.
You gotta do taxes. Like
yeah, because you 1099 now, so you got to make sure you file it right. Yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. So yeah, it's real out here, y'all. So I don't know where we got from all that, but whatever. But that was cool. I think you know what. Let's wrap it up there. We had an hour.
Bob
I
and
feel
Karen?
like we did talk about with the topic, because I know the last few times I was on here we got off topic.
Yeah,
I feel like we stuck to the topic today.
Yeah, but that's good conversation. Sometimes, that's why sometimes with the show I don't even trip off the topic.
Right.
Because we talked about a lot of good stuff, a lot of things people may not know, people may know. Sometimes the people just may want to hear. So it happens. That's the Community Coalition show.
Absolutely.
If you don't like it, there's other podcasts for you. You might go find another dry podcast that'll fit your needs. Not this one. We're gonna talk about it.
Absolutely.
So
Bob and Karen?
Oh, you got a Bob and Karen? I almost forgot about Bob.
I got a Karen.
Okay. So don't know, Yendi don't know. We talk about Karens.
Yeah.
Crazy white Karens out there in the Bob.
You don't know. I could know. I listened to your show. Thank you. Get out my face.
Thank you. We are very appreciative.
You really? Nah, I'm not taking that. Oh, show your face. Show your face. Then I get out of it.
What I tell you, it's quarantine time. Ain't got time for that. I got my bonnet on right now. I don't even care.
Wow. Yeah, I know. What time is it? Yeah, it's getting late. That thing wrapped up, ain't it? Yeah. I know. When I get off this, I'm gonna wrap my beard up and go home. Yeah. Right.
Oh, shut up! I'm trying to hear the Karen story.
What you got there?
I love hearing you guys talk though. There was a Karen that was in the store without a mask, obviously, and someone approached her and said, "Ma'am, you need to be wearing a mask so that you don't get COVID or you don't either catch COVID or spread COVID." And she just came up to the other girl and she said, "Who are you? Why are you talking to me?" And I was just what comes to my mind every time I see something like that is that the entitlement that you must have.
Yeah. I saw she was picking at her. She was picking at her, and the very that condescending voice.
Right.
Yeah.
Just you.
I would have punched her.
Right. That's what
I really believe she's trying to provoke. I really believe she's trying to provoke. Because she was like, "Who are you? Who are you?" And then so the girl walked away and Karen followed her.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, the girl tried to walk away. She was like, "You know what? You too close. I'm getting out of the way." So she tried to walk off, and Karen followed her down the aisle. Was like, "Who are you? Why are you wearing a mask? It's fake. It's fake. Look at you. You're pathetic." So Karen was going in.
Mm-hmm.
But I really think if homegirl had slapped her, she would have then cried victim. I didn't do anything. And then she would have been calling the cops and all that. There would have been problems. I really think they that's their
Then
tactic.
the cops would have asked, "Man, why aren't you wearing a mask?"
But see, I can't. I don't trust the legal system in that point. I just don't.
Yeah. Karen's picked the right ones because I would have punched him.
I know.
But my friend said my bail money pot is empty right now, so she said I can't get in any altercation.
See, yeah. And then I just don't trust it. You know what I'm saying? I don't trust the legal system. As much as I want to punch him, my goal, again, I always say this, my goal is to get home at the end of the night.
Go home.
Because you're going to hit them, they're going to cry victim, they call the police, and then I don't know what's going to happen between me and the police.
Go home, hug your kids, hug your wife.
Yeah. I was watching something earlier today about Black guy just moved in his home, been there, I guess, like a couple weeks.
Right. Oh, that was the other one.
Yeah.
He had just moved in. And
yeah, they called the cops.
Called the cops.
Charging in. Does he live here? They cuffed him.
In his own house.
His own house. Nah, man. I can't trust
That's wild.
Can't trust that. Now he got to go through a lawsuit and all that.
Mm-hmm.
You know how long that takes?
I saw a Karen on TikTok. She called the police on her neighbor, and just because her neighbor had a Black Lives Matter, hate has no home here sign on her lawn. So she called the police on her neighbor because she said her neighbor was having a wild pool party. And when the police came up, it was like the lady had a kiddie pool in the front of her yard with her 2 little babies sitting in the kiddie pool and her friend. And the police were like, we thought there were going to be teenagers. They said it was a wild pool party and teenagers running everywhere.
See,
it's crazy.
She should get arrested for that.
Yeah,
that's a false report.
False reports need to be.
They need to
They need to redefine what a false report is.
Yeah, and that also scares me.
Mm-hmm.
You don't know what these people are saying.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
It's just kids playing in a pool.
That's what I'm saying. Like, I just don't trust. What if a white person said, "Oh, he has a gun"? Do you think the cops aren't coming up quietly?
Nah.
I'm viewed as a threat. You know what I'm saying? No, man. I don't know what the people. Remember, Central Park Karen tried that.
Mm-hmm.
That was the whole thing with her.
Right.
These black men threatening me. I don't feel safe and all that. And he had her on camera. Like. This is why this stuff is scary, y'all. That's why I keep saying we got to keep filming them. Got to keep recording. We got to expose these people, man.
Absolutely.
This is the stuff that's been happening to us for years and years and years. We don't know how often. We don't know how many of us have been wronged, falsely accused, arrested, worse.
Right.
Because they lied.
I really think about, like, what happened, like, before we had camera phones. Like, he was
getting beat up and shot and arrested for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
Like that.
Well, my sister, she got arrested once because she had my mom's car, and there was, I had guinea pigs. So, like, guinea pigs, they have Timothy hay. It's like, it looks like I don't know what it looks like, but anyway, there was some Timothy hay on the floor in the car, and my sister, she has dreads, and she's gay, so she kind of dresses like, baggy jeans and stuff. So they pulled her over and was searching my mom's car, talking about that she had shake, like residue from weed all over my mom's floor, but it was the guinea pig hay, and they arrested her.
They could have tested it.
Well, she got off. My mom got her a good lawyer, and she got off with nothing. But I used to purposely speed through that town so they can pull me over. I was ready. Like, you know what? Because you'll arrest the right one today.
See, that look at all that. Then your mom had to get a lawyer. How much was that?
Yeah, it was expensive. But, but my mom, it was harder on my mom because to sit there in the courtroom and listen. My sister was so scared because you had to listen to when they had the cams. Yeah. And my sister was scared. She was crying, and my mom was pissed. She was pissed.
That's what I'm saying. And they didn't, and let's be real, because they're black, they didn't take the time to try to figure out what it was. They're not going to sit there and test it and do all that. No.
Right.
They trying to open and shut this joint and keep it moving, get the numbers looking good. Mm-hmm. They're not going to take the time to figure out if it's hay or not. I remember how many times I used to get pulled over all the time. When I was young and I had a bucket because that's all I could afford, I would damn near get pulled over every single weekend. And every single time what happened, I fit the descriptions. Of who? Of what? Like, that was their thing every single time. Mm-hmm. Like, I knew it. I would see the cops, like, I'm about to get, like, I'd be in the car with my friend, like, y'all, I'm about to get pulled over, y'all. This all right. Like, that's how it was. So, like, you don't know what that cop could have said once he pulled me over. I'm at that person's mercy for real. Mm-hmm. He could lie. He could say anything. He could do anything he wants. And if I do any ounce of resistance, I'm assed out.
Right.
So that's why I keep saying, like, if you see it, record it, man. Like, we got to continue to stay on top of this stuff.
Right.
It's not going to get better if we just turn a blind eye.
Mm-hmm. Also, the people. I mean, I don't know if it'll happen in our lifetime, but we need to change the rules.
Yeah, that's why we gotta keep fighting.
Mm-hmm.
I think that's one of the biggest reasons why we have to keep fighting. Is we're protesting, we're bringing awareness to it, but one of the overall goals that we have to push to change the rules. I think this whole thing, I think it's multifaceted. I think it's layered, but I think that is one of the layers. We have to keep continuing defining what some of these crimes are, what it is, things like that. What is a threat? All this stuff, like
Also, it's sad because we, as a race, we're not on the same page. Like, we're against each other with Black Lives Matter. Yeah. We're against each other about who should be the president. First of all, why is any Black person standing with the orange Cheeto? He does not like us. Like, I don't care what you can't. He's open about it. Like, he openly hates us, but yet we still stand with him. I'm so confused. Like, why? Well, it's just like we need to realize, like, we need to be on the same page.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think that's
because together, I just feel like together, united as a race, we are strong, and it intimidates white people. Because I was just telling my mom, when I went to the orthopedic doctor the other day, and I saw this Black girl, and all of a sudden, her and I started talking, and I guess it to the white girl felt like we were talking in our own language, because we were just like, yes, sis, yes, and she was just like, okay, guys, okay. So it's just like, when they see how strong we are together, it can intimidate them. But we need to just
get out of my face with all that.
Yeah, well, they knew that from way back. That's why one of the biggest things that's always been done is division. It's always been division. Do not let Black people unify for whatever reason, because they know that. I truly believe when they got to Africa, they were like, "Oh shit, like they real over here. We can't." They knew they ain't want no parts, for real. I truly believe that.
Right.
And even now, they know. That's why they'll take everything from us, because they know how valuable we are. They know how smart we are. They know how innovative we are. So they'll take all that from us.
Mm-hmm. Well, there was a woman on TikTok. I'll be on TikTok heavy, but there's a woman on TikTok from Africa, and she was actually saying that a lot of times they look at the Black people in America and say that we're lazy and we're not using our resources. And then she was like, but when they get here and they start talking to other Black people, they finally realize what it really is.
Right. They realize what everyone is going through.
Because it's media. Right. The media presents it differently because, again, that's part of the division. Just like
and vice versa.
Here. Think about the media in America and how
they portray
to us here. Yeah. Remember the old cartoons? Africa was a dark continent, and everybody was look real either nomadic or uncivilized or uncultured. Like that's the stuff that was depicted.
Right.
Again, to increase that disconnect. So yeah, this stuff is by design.
Right.
It's all by design. Yeah. So, all right, y'all. That was a good show. We're wrapping this thing up. It's 18. Yen. Thank you.
Yen.
Thank you so much.
As I'm looking at your picture.
Oh, you're welcome.
Pleasure.
That's right.
Talking
Look at
to
my picture.
Yeah.
Look at that picture.
Wow. But we have fun. I'm glad. This was a much needed show for me. I don't know about y'all, but
absolutely.
Sometimes we do things that's like it gets a little heavy. Sometimes we just like to have fun and kick it.
Right.
So before we go, y'all know where to find us. CommunityCoalitionShow.com. Everything is there. YouTube, podcast.
Where can they find you?
Yeah, Yendi, where they find you at?
I would like, you can find me on TikTok. You can find me on Instagram at pretty.broke. Wait, I don't even know my own Instagram anymore. I'm sorry. I don't be on it like that. What is that?
Hold on, let me find it.
Pretty.broke.
Pretty.broke _and_fierce.
Yes,
That's it.
thank you.
We'll link it and tag it. Yeah,
I really be on TikTok way too much, so I don't even go on Instagram anymore.
You be doing those dances?
Nah. I'm trying because they got the shake that laffy taffy, and that's right up my alley. Like,
I ain't messing with y'all. Yeah. So on that note,
man, look at this boomer. No, I'm playing. I don't rock with TikTok either.
I don't have one either.
you need to get. Listen, you know what? To be honest with you, TikTok they got their funny side, but it's got its real side. Like right now, the black women is black women versus black men right now. They put because the black men are dogging not all the black men on there, but a lot of black men are dogging the black women on TikTok. So now the black women are speaking out on their TikTok, and it's getting pretty deep. Getting pretty deep.
Nah, love black women, protect black women. You came from black women.
Yeah.
Right. Exactly.
You know
Pop said it best.
A whole nother topic. Don't even get me started.
You know what?
You know what?
We should have that.
We gotta have that. I'm gonna tell you right now, 2020, even if I got beef with another black person, I'm not saying it publicly.
Right.
That's just how I feel.
Right.
Like that's how big we have to be on unity. Like if I'm not dogging no black person out publicly. I know we had jokes and stuff like that tonight, but I ain't singling out. We're not singling out one person out. We having fun, we talking, but I'm still gonna protect our people at the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Come on, y'all. Like
protect black women, protect black men.
Man.
Because you know what? While we're trying to get the world to respect us, we also have healing that we need to do amongst ourselves.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's almost.
I got that from my mom. I got to give her credit for that because she be saying that every day.
Shout out to moms. Tell your moms I say that.
No, I'm not telling her. She light skin. You know how she get.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
No, but it's all jokes. That's my mom. That's my mom. And only I can say that. But that's my mom. Only I can say that. Anybody else said that about my mom, we would have a problem.
Wow. See. You know what?
It's on site.
We're gonna protect all black women.
Absolutely.
Your moms is great peoples. I love your moms. Tell her I said.
My mom been woke since before woke was a thing.
Yeah, she probably been woke before. Before I was born. So yeah, shout out to all the moms. Shout out to moms. Shout out to everybody. Thank y'all for rocking with us. Thank us for for this. I'm closing this out. Yendi, thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate you. So at some point we'll see your face. At some point you can want it off. You
can see my face on Instagram.
See, there you go. That was a plug. That was a plug.
Absolutely.
On that note, y'all, don't go nowhere, Yendi. Hold on. But I'm closing this out. Peace, y'all.